Assalamualaikum. We are the group that is going to present about crisis management in Kfc Malaysia. My name is Syauqina.
My name is Siti Aishah.
My name is Nurul Syafiqa.
My name is Amirul Syamil.
And I'm Ahmad Auza'ie Roselan. Okay, my name is Ahmad Auza'ie, so I'm going to tell you about the executive summary, which is based on the crisis management of KFC, the social media disaster. So I'm going to tell you about the basically where KFC came from. So KFC is an abbreviation of Kentucky Fried Chickens, which is stand for KFC, which is also a fast food restaurant which is based in Louisville, Kentucky, which is located in the USA, which is United States, and was founded by a guy named Colonel Harlan Sanders in 1952. So basically KFC sells a lot of foods, we have multiple choices, which is one is chicken pieces, wrap, salad, and sandwiches. So we all can know KFC have a different line, which is also came from a grill, roasted chicken products, side dishes, and also a desserts. KFC is we will call it include in many herbs, which is contain 11 herbs and spices, and become franchises in the rest America. But lucky for us, Malaysia, in the early 70s, KFC recipe has come to Malaysia. So we have many people that love KFC so much. So today, KFC Malaysia tagline itself called finger licking goods. So KFC came to Malaysia, which is the first restaurant in Malaysia was at Jalan Tunku Abdul Rahman itself. And now KFC nowadays have many franchises with almost around 500 franchises in Malaysia. KFC Malaysia have developed distinct Malaysian personality its own, and also they have many what we call it sub branches, which also we call it as a Rasa Mas. Rasa Mas is also under KFC holding Berhad. So before we move on to the real crisis management, I'm going to give you a teaser or a brief about what's happened in the KFC crisis management, which is under the social media disaster, which is what we call it a food tampering. But the food tampering will elaborate more by my colleagues. Thank you so much.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Syafiqa. So now I'm going to explain about the introduction of this crisis management. So what is the introduction for this crisis management is ineffective crisis communication. Crisis can be best defined as a unique moment in the history of an organization itself. So for nowadays, the word crisis itself has been used widely by people in their daily conversation. So which means by every organization would have or faces any unexpected crisis, so they would or they need to solve it with the proper alternative. So all of these are awful experience, yes, for sure, but they do not portray or describe a crisis. So when it comes to the company, most of the company refers crisis as something that related to the problem. As for example, all of the situations are not crisis, but usually the company will consider all the situation as a crisis. Crisis is defined as any situation that is threatening or could threaten or harm any organization, people or property, seriously injure business, damage reputation, and also can give negative impact for the stock value of the organization itself. So next is so as what can I see here in KFC crisis management, there was incident, miscommunication incident. The food temper problems is triggered by the customer itself, where the customer cannot be waited too long. So here KFC Malaysia found another crisis where they have the video of the tampering by the kitchen staff started to circulate and viral in the internet. So KFC did not avoid this crisis, but they tried to overcome it with a proper alternative. So to make sure that the crisis flourish and grow, so KFC should avoid these mistakes, such as they need to play an ostrich or only start work with a potential crisis situation after it's public, let the reputation to speak, treat the media as the enemy, get stuck in the reaction mood versus getting proactive. Other than that, use language that the audience does not understand. So they need to give information with the simple words so everybody can understand. Assume that the truth will triumph all over and address only issue that and ignore the feelings. So other than that, make only written statements and use best guess methods of assessing damage and repeat the same things again with expecting different outcome. Okay, next we move on to the key issues, which is that the main problem happened in this topic, which is food tampering. So KFC Malaysia was faced a crisis in 2011, which is there was a video of food tampering by their kitchen staff started to circulate on the internet. So as for me, or for my own personal thought is they did not should, they shouldn't do that. So they need to solve the problems professionally and calmness. And so KFC Malaysia company does not try to avoid the crisis. Instead, so it is a success for KFC Malaysia, which is they try to avoid this crisis to its timely, open and truthful with the internet presence and broadly communicated crisis communication. So they would plan as the approach enable to the company to seize the information initiative and effectively frame that the crisis as the action of a single move employees. So these problems they are solved by KFC Malaysia holding with a proper alternative, as for sure. And other than that, one of these the alternative used by the company is to use the right change in solving the issue. Basically, the main aim of the study is to examine the channel used by KFC itself to solve the communication issues, especially in the incident of food tampering by the customer. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. Today I'm going to present decision criteria for a case study on KFC Malaysia that happened on ICT Shah Alam. Okay, as we know, decision criteria is very important in handling any issue or any problem or crisis that happen in the company. Okay, decision criteria is very important in very important step in handling any issue or crisis. Decision criteria is where the organization making decision based on the characteristic and the impact that might be happen to the company if they choose that criteria or they choose that characteristic in solving the problem. Okay. According to poll and conduct in the article mentioned that once a crisis occurs, decision makers are expected to initiate charges and actions and meet the limitation inherent during the onset of the crisis. Okay, this is where when we handling the crisis or when the organization handling the problem, they need to know every aspect and every issue that might related to the company itself. For example, they need to know the nature, they need to know how the customer and consumer respond to how they handle or how they solve the problem, and based on this issue, they need to know also the employees' action and employees' action towards what they do towards what the company did in handling the issue of crisis. The organization and management need to be in group, because when in a group decision making situation, it's often helpful to have a group based on decision criteria. The organization need to have a big group, and also they need also to include the employees that are responsible to this crisis, and they need to be in group because they need to brainstorm on how to overcome this crisis, or on how to overcome the problem. This is because this is to avoid a bias towards certain organization or towards certain party, because these issues are involve everyone. Because this issue are involve everyone since the video are going viral. So it also involve loyal customer of KFC, the company, the employee, and many more. Okay, the first decision criteria that have been taken from KFC Holdings or KFC organization is they consider the employee morale. The organization need to have aware about the employee satisfaction. This is because job satisfaction and morale can give impact to the performances of the employees. The organization need to know what happened to the employees and why the employees take that action. For example, if they have any issues with the organization or even with the franchise in ICT Shah, they need to overcome, and they have to handle, and they need to take action toward this. Because the organization need to know what happened to the employees, especially to the person that did that. Because maybe something gone or something happened to him or her that makes him do that. Next is we need to consider is increased customer satisfaction. KFC had do so many things to increase consumer satisfaction, especially when it comes to the crisis like this. For example, they gave they give like they give any not still but promotion, or give the coupons to the customers, especially the customers that involved in the crisis, because the organization need to win back their heart and need to overcome back and clear back their name. Because when this thing happen, especially when this kind of crisis happen, especially because in this modernization era, everything can easily spread because of viral. So this is the most crucial part in this era. When the crisis happen, the company need to avoid when any crisis or when any problem happen and people virally, so it's easy for people, even customers that not involved in the crisis, might know anything that happened in the company. So yeah, that's all for me. Thank you.
So now we move on to the assumption of KFC Malaysia under the social media disaster. So basically what we're going to know about the assumption, we must know briefly what is the meaning of the assumption itself. So by a scholar named Barasul 2018 say that the research platform itself cannot exist without assumption, because those assumptions directly influence what kind of inference you can reasonably draw from your research. Which is, I want to tell you about assumption is what we what we wrote on the research, what we find out, what the information based on research, that the other scholar or another researcher will read it and it will influence them by reading it. So the information of the assumption must be accurate and basically must be based on truth and honesty. So what we can see under the Kfc Malaysia assumption, which is people have two assumptions basically for my understanding itself. They have another food tampering and another one is basically about people misunderstanding. So these two assumptions, we should know basically what is the truth about yourself. Basically at KFC outlet ICT Shah Alam itself, the video was leakage about a food tampering, which is the employees and the customer itself have a misunderstanding between them. So basically we must know deeply what is really the assumption. Basically this is only basically, it's not about the food tampering itself. The food tampering itself, what we call it, already under the investigation of the police, but it was suddenly uploaded 2 months or perhaps 3 months later after the report was done. So it was basically a miscommunication between the parties itself. So this is basically, hence the journalists have more advantages to inform the public. So after what the assumption have concluded, what the people have assumption, KFC maybe tarnish already their image. So the journalists have the advantage to write about the KFC, either good or bad image about KFC. But basically the CEO of the KFC itself immediately create another Facebook page which is to apologize to all the people or the consumer or the customer who really being a lover of KFC itself. So furthermore, the assumption, I think that accepted true or honesty, basically what I thought, what I just tell about at last possible by research or peer, which we read the case study. The information will influence the customer perceptions and embedded doubts in their mind. So basically the assumption by the scholar or people they investigate about the KFC in the case study, which they must base on truth and honesty, not bias. If they hate KFC, they cannot tell about hate KFC, because they must tell about what is happening real in the KFC itself. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Syauqina. I'm going to talk about the data analysis part of this case study. So the data analysis part will comprise of 2 parts, which is during the crisis and after the crisis. So during this crisis erupted in social media, one of the KFC restaurant operation director have made statement by uploading a video. Okay, the director name is Mahamad. So he uploaded the video that explained everything regarding the crisis, and also they also have take some corrective actions. So these corrective actions that they had more that they made is by installing camera in each kitchen, so that they can know whatever happens, like any incidents that happen at the kitchen can be the higher management can look and make easy investigation about it. Second is they appointing a kitchen supervisors that overlook the kitchen process of each restaurant. And the third one is they improve the training programs before they recruit the staff into their operation in operating the restaurants. So they also had created a Facebook page that allowed the upset citizens to express their concern on a way that can help the change learned from this commotion. So here I included a screenshots of the KFC Facebook post, and from here you can see the long one is where one of the users have thanking the KFC about explaining the incidents. So okay, so from here they had also allowed the citizens to express their dissatisfaction regarding this incident. Then they also accept any suggestions that could improve their services in operating all the chains of restaurants in Malaysia. So after the crisis, which they have appointed the spokesperson that know how to relay messages, and they know how to turn these negative solutions into a win-win situation. So the crisis management team have made a good job that in managing this crisis, that it did not give much impact in the operation of the restaurants. So we can see here where this crisis did not impact much in collecting. So, in post-crisis, we can see that KFC Holding, they had appointed a spokespersons that know how to manage this crisis well, and it has subdued the crisis from affecting their operations. This can be seen from the fourth quarter of 2011 until the first quarter of 2012. KFC's revenue did not affected. In fact, it increased by 8.6% from 387.8 million to 421 million. So, they also had opened a new 21 restaurants outlets during the last month, which is before the first quarter. It means here in 2011, even though the crisis happened, the social media went chaos. Everything was very, very chaotic on social media due to this crisis. But in reality, they did not get affected much by this crisis, and they have successfully opened a new branches of restaurants that amounted to 21 restaurants. So, at the end of March 2011, the total of KFC restaurants had come to a total of 540 restaurants. Okay. That's it.
Hi, I'm Syamil. So now we move to the preferred alternative, which is took by Kfc Malaysia to counter or respond towards the crisis. So basically, Kfc Malaysia has used different strategies from image repair theory. Image repair theory contains 5 strategies, which is the first one is denial, evading responsibility, reducing offensiveness, corrective action, and the last one is mortification. So basically, what technique which being used by Kfc Malaysia is reducing offensiveness. So, research has suggested this technique as illustrate positive behavior or as attempts to increase credibility of an organization or individuals, stated by Len Rios on 2010. So, based on the crisis of food tampering, KFC Malaysia has used several platforms, including social media platform of Facebook and YouTube, to counter the issue. So what KFC have done is, by social media, they created a side story of their brand, and also the other technique or the other step taken by KFC is creating a question and answer section in their social media page as the place for customers to leave their feedback or comments about the crisis and as in response towards the issue. So this is an example. This is the step taken by the KFC, which is the director of the restaurant operation of KFC Malaysia itself make a statement on the media, which is pushed by social media to respond towards the issue, and also as a step to create another side story, which is to reduce the offensiveness towards the crisis. Now we move to the recommendations of the case study of KFC Malaysia. So, based on this case study, as KFC Malaysia has already applied the strategy of reducing offensiveness. So basically, what we recommend is KFC Malaysia may choose another strategies also from the image repertory by Benoit. What another strategy which can be used by the KFC is corrective action, which can become another initiative. So from this strategy, what KFC can do is the first one is to make a police report about the video viral, the video is related with the KFC company image as well. And the second step is they can regularly update on media social about every investigation done after they make a police report. And then the third step from corrective action which can be taken by KFC is offers bonuses for workers who produce high performance, as the video viral is also involved with the workers who involved in tampering with food. So basically, with offering the business, this is a corrective action taken by KFC to make sure that their employee have a very high motivation. So this and the last one is hire a food health consultant who will responsible in every issue that involve with food, especially after the crisis happen. And the main task of this consultant is to make sure that quality of food is good and can be eaten by all the customers. That's all for me.
Next, in conclusion, so we have come to a conclusion part where, in conclusions, the crisis had been successfully diverted by KFC holdings by using image repair theory. So here they have implemented the image repair theory that have been explained earlier, and the management also had created a platform that they can communicate with public and utilize the comments and suggestions so that they can improve their services and reflect on what mistake they had done, from the high management until to the lowest operating restaurants. So we can see that the crisis management that had been done by KFC Malaysia, they had won several awards, including the Global KFC Awards for the best crisis management, and for the best crisis management, and one of their campaign, which is KFC Founds Love Again. So here, KFC has used the way of emergence, where they did not let the negative issues and crises that had been So this can be seen that KFC Holdings had used emergence as one of their way to deal with the crisis, where they use that the emerging are the best practice examples of resultant cross-section collaboration. So we can see here, even though they had been criticized by social media users, they had few other crises that happened to them, but they get over the crisis and they emerge as a stronger brand that cater to the publics and the Malaysian citizens need, that remain the number one options in fast food selections. So that's it.